Yes. First one is dehalogenation or dis. Dehalogenation. Fine. Next one, dehydration and dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation. Next, from alkenes we can prepare. Alkenes, one important point is that. Okay. Now, dehalogenation of what? Dihalides. Dehalogenation of dihalides. Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal and geminal. What do you mean by vicinal? Side by side two halogens are there, that is called vis. Gem means on the same carbon. Okay, that is called gem dihalide. Dehydration of what? Alcohol. That is also important. Dehydration of, if you write alkyl halide, then that will be wrong. Okay. Dehydrohalogenation of RX means one hydrogen and halogen should be removed. Okay. If you say dehydration of alkyl halide, then they will ask who is your chemistry teacher. Don't tell my name. Okay. So that is why dehydration of alcohol is important. So dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halide and dehalogenation of dihalides. Dihalide को halogen निकालना है, X2 you have to remove. Hydrohalogenation means what? Minus HX. Okay. Now reagents, tell me children. What is the reagent for dihalide? Zinc dust, right? This is the reagent. And for dehydration of alcohol, I told many yesterday. What are those? Concentrated sulfuric acid. Very good. Next. H3PO4 in heat. Next. P2O5. Correct. Acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride. These all are dehydrating agent. Whenever you see these reagents on the arrow, what you have to do? Remove water molecule. Understanding? These are the dehydrating agent. And dehydrohalogenating agent, what is the reagent, children? Alcoholic KOH or NaNH2. Now you tell, what is NaNH2? Sodamide. This is sodamide. Understanding? Right. One more amide is there. That is organic amide. CH3CONH2. Acetamide. That is the acid derivative. Understanding? CH3COOH is acid. And if you remove OH to Cl, that is called acid chloride. And if you write NH2, that is called acid amide. If you write OR, that is called ester. If you write OCOR, that is called anhydride. If you write Cn, this all together Cn, that is called cyanide. Those are acid derivatives. In that also one amide will come. That is acetamide. Understanding that? Derivative means instead of that you will write some more thing. So RCOOH plus the Cl means acid chloride. NH2 means acid amide. OR means ester. RCOOR ester. OCOR means anhydride. And Cn means cyanide. NC means isocyanide. These are all derivatives of acid. Derivatives. Okay. Now from alkenes, what you can do? What is the reagent? One is, if it is alkene, is unsymmetrical alkene or symmetrical alkene. Then two reagents are there. Palladium in carbon by BaSO4 in phenolene. Palladium BaSO4 in phenolene also you can take. This is called Lindlar's catalyst. And sodium in liquid ammonia is also you can take. Sodium or lithium in liquid ammonia. Okay. So this you will get cis alkenes and this you will get trans alkenes. I am giving short, children. Afterwards I will tell in detail. Now only. So palladium in BaSO4 is called as which reagent? Lindlar's catalyst will give cis alkenes. And Bach reduction, BARCH, which reduction or Bach reduction, you will get trans alkenes. Okay, now? So this is the fourth method. I'll tell one by one. Just I am giving you hints how to remember now. This is just hints. One by one I will tell you. So here, what is the purpose of BaSO4? Anyone? What is the purpose of BaSO4? Palladium carbon by BaSO4 place la you can take CaCO3, you can take quinoline also. So what is the purpose of that thing? It is a catalytic poison. What is that? Catalytic poison means sorry, this is alkyne. I'll have to change it. Alkyne, this is alkynes. So alkynes to reduction you will get alkanes, children. Alkynes, if you do reduction, what you will get? Alkanes directly. Means triple bond is converted to single bond. But we are stopping at middle. Alkene stage only we are stopping. That is called controlled reduction. What is that called? Controlled reduction. For that controlled reduction we are using BaSO4, which is acting like a catalytic poison. What it will do? It reduces the reducing property, so that further alkane cannot be obtained. Alkene stage only it will stop. Are you understanding my point? If we won't use this thing, then alkynes will be converted to alkane directly. If you use this thing, that catalytic activity will be reduced, will be diminished. Okay? So that is why that is called as what? Tomorrow I will ask again. What is the purpose of BaSO4? It acts like a catalytic poison and it is for controlled reduction. Now clear? Right. So we will see now one by one reaction in detail and what are the results. Am I going fast? Okay, next. So we will go with dehydration. Some more examples. Dehydration, what is the important thing you have to see? So this is alcohol, primary alcohol. This is secondary alcohol. This is tertiary alcohol. Already we did in elimination reaction. Dehydration la, which will undergo fast dehydration among them? 1, 2, 3. Tell. Dehydration reactivity towards dehydration. What is the order, children? Which will undergo? Dehydration is an elimination reaction. First of all, this is beta elimination, right? First point is beta elimination. So what is the intermediate formed in this? Carbocation. So 3 steps will be there. First step is protonation of alcohol. Second step, that water will go and you will get a carbocation. After coming carbocation, there is maybe chance of rearrangement or ring expansion. Fine. So carbocation is its intermediate. After that, H plus will be eliminated. H plus will be eliminated to form an alkene. Next, elimination of proton. Okay. So we will see. So in this, what is the order means? 3, 2, 1, children. Why? Because here tertiary alcohol is there. So first that will get protonated like this. After that, this will be eliminated. Understanding? So dehydration depends upon what? Dehydration depends upon is proportional to the carbocation form. Means which will form more stable carbocation, that will get dehydrated. I will give one more question. So this is an alcohol and this is cycloalkene, cyclohexenol, and this one is, this type of questions tomorrow we will do more. Okay. Now which will be undergoing fast dehydration? See, just you remove the water and check. Here if you remove the water, you will get an aromatic ring, more stable. This is an allylic part. If OH is lost, see this first step is this one now. All of you listen. This is the first step. Protonation of alcohol. Protonation. This is alcohol taking one more proton. Protonation. What is the next step? This will move like this. And what is the next step? This hydrogen will leave and get a double bond. So this is what the elimination means. These are the three steps. What is the first step in dehydration? Protonation of alcohol. What is the second step? Carbocation formation. Here only sometimes rearrangement, sometimes ring expansion, this all can take place. Understanding that? What is the third step? Elimination of proton. These are the three steps. Now tell me which will be more reactive? First. Understanding? Because if this goes means you will get an aromatic character, H and OH. This is a allylic carbocation, more stable. This is secondary carbocation. So among them, this is extended conjugation is also there. So this will be first. Understand? This is about dehydration. Any doubt in this? Okay. And one more point I already told you. This one just I am recollecting. If I take alcohol like this, alcohol with concentrated sulfuric acid is a temperature dependent. Did you remember that? Temperatures? Temperature dependent. Means every time elimination only, but temperatures will change. 110 degrees one product will come, 140 one product will come, 170 one product will come. 170 में our alkene आएगा. But at 140 we won't get alkene. What we will get? Diethyl ether. At 110 you will get ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Did you remember this? Did you remember this? Okay. Right. In elimination I told. So this is about dehydration, children. Any doubt? Dehydration. What is the reagent? Concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay? And it is temperature dependent. At 170 degrees only we will get our alkene. If it is 140, we will get. Next, sometimes they will give in Kelvin. So then 443 Kelvin. Just you add 273 enough. You add 273. CBSE books mainly Kelvin they will give. Fine. Dehydration over. And next, one question on dehalogenation. So what is the product formed here? Yes, zinc dust. Can you tell what will be the product formed here? This is dehalogenation now. Same. One question on dehalogenation. What is A and B? So here you won't get alkene. Alkene chance is less. So you will get a cyclopropane ring like this. Here alkene can't be formed. This CH2 will go now. But here you will get an alkene. Dehalogenation. Dehalogenation no. Here we won't get any chance. Right? Next one. Now if you take dehydrohalogenation case I am talking about. This also we did. In all elimination reactions we did these things. Dehydrohalogenation. Third part. Dehydrohalogenation. Yes, here what you will get? Reagent what ma? Sodamide or alcoholic KOH. If you use aqueous KOH, what happens? Substitution takes place. Okay, so alcoholic KOH elimination. This or this, don't write both. NaNH2 or anything, you will get an alkene, right? Now, here some exceptions we will see. Sedgwick rule, Hoffman rule, I told you this all. Sedgwick and Hoffman. So, what are the exceptions here? This is Br. Okay, this is also dehalogenated part. Two Brs are there. If I added zinc, what happens? And if I added what you call alcoholic KOH, what happens? Can you tell? If I add zinc, what is the product? And if I add alcoholic KOH, what is the product? If I add zinc, I will get an alkene because dehalogenation. If I add alcoholic KOH, elimination will take place, right? HDR will go. Then where H will go? Can you tell? They will give like this: A, B, C, D. Where the hydrogen can be taken? Yes. First case, anyway, you can get this. Okay. Here there is a chance of both this one and this one. Because, see children, Br is like this means H can be removed from here. Two types of H. But Br is like this means here also H can be removed. One Br is there, then problem. Here both case no problem. Br and H is removed, one double bond came. Br and H is removed, one double bond came. But the problem lies here, children. If they gave like this Br and like this some CH3. Okay. Now this time hydrogen is dotted here. Understanding? Now where the alkene will form? Simply see. If this is given Br like this and here H also given like this, now where the alkene can be formed? Now I will give ABC. Here no need to give. Yes, here you see, this is A. From here hydrogen can remove, or this is B, this is C, this is D. Now where the hydrogen atom can be removed? Now tell. A. Why? Eliminating both should be anti-periliplanar relationship. Okay. So in this case, what is formed? Like this unit. Okay. Understanding my point? Why, children? Here H can't be removed. Both are in the same direction. Both are towards the observer or away from the observer. Both are away. So we cannot eliminate. So, but normally if they give like this without giving that bond, I know some sound is coming. See, someone's phone is ringing. One straight, children. Okay.